Good morning, everybody. This is Jim Feist in Las Vegas. I'm joined by Hank Goldberg in South Florida. And pretty soon, Hank, you will no longer be a Florida resident. You'll be a Nevada resident.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Got a lot of stuff to do, things to clean up here, and some issues to take up with insurance, and arrangements to make for medical issues and whatnot. But other than that, I'm ready to go.
It's funny, you're moving from Florida to Nevada. I did the same thing in 1970. I was living in South Florida, and I moved to Las Vegas, and I've been here ever since.
Yeah.
It's when I came here, there was 100,000 people here, though. It's a lot different now.
Sure is.
Population over 2 million
now.
now.
Florida's different too, so.
Sure is. Well, we had Justify, the Triple Crown winner. Congratulations to him and Baffert. It was a good day. We need a hero in this country, and I guess our hero is Justify. If we can't find a human hero, we might as well have a horse.
Well, you had the basketball team in Golden State, and now the big question is, where's Lebron going to go? I don't think he's going to stay in Cleveland. And now there's a story out that he punched something after the first game and broke a bone in his hand, if you believe that. And I think he's going to leave there. Where's he going to go? That's a good question. And I'll tell you something though. Cleveland has some hope. Their baseball team is playing very well right now. Meanwhile, the Yankees suffered another setback with another pitcher who went down. So they need to find somebody to complete their pitching staff right now, because they've lost 2 starters to injuries. And the Angels got a severe break when their star pitcher that they picked up for this season probably out for the year, and he may need Tommy John surgery.
Yeah, the injuries are mounting for some of the contenders, and there's going to be some player movement for sure. I mean, a lot of these good teams, Astros for one, they need some relief help, and because these bullpens have been a disaster.
I'm watching Duke, and they've got a big game against Texas Tech today. And if they win, they go to the College World Series for the first time since 1961. And I traveled with that team in 1961. Really? I know it very well. And that was a great team that they had then, although they didn't win. But it's been 50 years since they last made the College World Series. And they've got a real good team right now. Jeff Conine's son is a heck of a player. He plays right field for them. They can really hit. They scored 11 runs yesterday against a pitcher who was 9-0 for Texas Tech.
Wow.
Who was a high draft pick.
Wow.
And so they can hit the ball pretty well, and they saved a lot of their pitchers. And my college roommate, they ran a picture of the 61 team twice now in 2 different games. And my college roommate was captain of that 61 team. So we'll see what happens. I remember going on a road trip with them, where we went to Clarksville and to Maryland. We got caught in a rainstorm in Charlotte, so we had to spend a couple of days there. And they had a pitcher, a guy named Don Altman, who was also the quarterback on their Cotton Bowl football team that won the Cotton Bowl that year. And he was a terrific passer and a real cool guy. And they had a great pitching staff on that team. They had some guys who could really... Their other top pitcher was a guy named Ron Kalish, whose father, Manny Kalish, was a horse handicapper for the New York Post. And they called him Manny the Stash. And he was an outstanding handicapper. He paid for our spring break one year with his selections at Hialeah.
Wow. Wow, that's a great story. 1961.
Yep.
Wow, that's going
Yep.
back some. Yep. Interesting stuff. Well, I guess it's baseball season now. But we have the World Cup coming at the end of the week, and that's going to take a lot of attention. That's a big deal.
You know, yeah, it's going to attract a lot of attention. I remember I worked with a guy named Jim Mandis doing a talk show, who was a great football player. He was captain of Michigan Rose Bowl team and played tight end for Duke. And he was doing a talk show a few years ago, and somebody called him up about the World Cup, and he just said, "You'll have to talk to somebody else."
Well, it's going to get a lot of betting attention. It did 4 years ago, and it seems to always. It's very exciting matches that they have, and it's big around the world, that's for sure. And it gets, World Cup, it draws a lot of attention in the United States as well.
Yeah, I think a big story is what's going on in New Jersey, who hope to get into the sports betting business on Friday, and the governor still hasn't signed the bill. He's got 60 days to do that, and for some reason he wants to examine it. He's getting a lot of bad press about it. And I'll tell you something interesting. Not a lot of people showed up for opening day in Delaware, but they did $375,000 worth of business on opening day on a slow day when there was just baseball going on. So they were encouraged by that. But still, what's wrong with that governor? I mean, the legislature passed the bill. Monmouth was ready to start on Friday, and now they're held up because the governor is taking his sweet time with it.
Well, when it comes down to that kind of question is answered two ways: politics and money. So you want to look at the where that problem's coming from. You can look for politics and money. Somewhere in there, in that mix, those two things are mixed in there. In Delaware, what was the largest bet that they take? Do they have what's the limits there?
I'm told that it's $1,000, but I don't know what it's going to be during the fall.
It's interesting. That's a pretty good number, if it's only $1,000 limit. So that's I'm kind of encouraged by that.
Well, there wasn't anybody at the track, so they must have done a lot of business on apps.
They have their apps open in Delaware?
They must have, because there weren't any people at the track.
Wow. Interesting. That's encouraging. Imagine if we had 25, 30 states open doing numbers similar or more than that. That would be a big number. And but the politics is going to mess it up. The Senates, the Congress, these locals, they're all going to get their fingers in the pie and screw things up for a while until it all gets straightened out. Lord knows it happens on a federal level every day, and so it'll happen on a local level as well. Hank, baseball's really heating up. You got some big matchup today between the Cubs and Milwaukee. You got Pittsburgh going down to Arizona, which then Arizona's starting to hit the ball. Goldschmidt has really come back to the lineup, and he's hitting the heck out of the ball. The Yankees lost last night to the Mets. We've got a surprising pitching performance out of the Mets last night to beat Severino, who's one of the hottest pitchers in baseball. They beat him 2-0. The pretty interesting stuff. You got the heat of the summer, baseball season. It's a very profitable time. I did not have a good day yesterday, but I had a great week overall. But yesterday I stubbed my toe. I did have the Yankees on the run line. That screwed me up pretty bad. But we'll bounce back. Like I said, it's been a good season and a good.
Well, it was a rough day for the run line when Scherzer gets beat, and the Red Sox are at a little bit of a tailspin right now. They're kind of slumping a little bit, and they had a rough week, and the Yankees had beaten the Mets 8 straight times, so I guess, but that's the first time they've been shut out all year.
It's not easy to shut out the Yankees with that lineup. That really shocking, actually.
Red Sox are playing the Orioles today. I think they've got some long run of wins over the Orioles.
Yeah, you got Stephen Wright going there for the knuckleballer for Boston against Bundy. I think that might be a good underplay there, Hank. I don't see either team breaking out.
But Cleveland is really playing well right now, though, and they may make up for Cleveland's failure in basketball. Get those fans in Cleveland excited about something. I'll tell you something else. Cleveland has got some very good receivers in football, and they're excited about their rookie quarterback, who will probably wind up being the starter early in the season. And some of the football experts I know think that the Browns are capable of winning 5 or 6 games this year, which would be a huge turnaround for them. The team has won, one game in the last couple of years?
Yeah, that would be huge. It's 5 times their production for a couple years. There's optimism. I mean, they do have a head coach there that has had success in the past. It's hard to turn around a franchise, but if you get, if they can start with it all starts with the offensive line and offense for me. You got to give the guys some protection so they can run the ball and give them a little time to throw the ball. It just all starts there. It's the foundation. But I'd be a little bit optimistic. I don't think Baltimore is going to be all that good. In their own division, Pittsburgh is going to be tough, but Cincinnati's not that much. Baltimore's not that much. They might pick up a couple there, and then out of division, I'd give them a 4 or 5 possibility.
Well, they have a good new offensive coordinator who comes from Pittsburgh, and they're encouraged that he can do a good job with this rookie quarterback. And like I said, they've loaded with good wide receivers, veteran wide receivers, who will help the rookie. And they've got some decent players on defense too, so they might surprise a few people early.
Well, I hope they do. They need. It's to win one game in several years is pretty bad. They have to start stepping up and doing something. As far as LeBron, I see where Greg Popovich is going to be talking to him, and it's going to. For me, LeBron is older now. He's been in the league 15 years. He's accomplished a lot. Yeah, if he's going to chase the ring, then he's going to have to find some place that can do that. If that's that important to him anymore, I don't know.
Who knows? I'm not sure in Las Vegas they've made odds on where he's going to go, and they're favoring Los Angeles, which I frankly can't see. The Philadelphia is going to be interested in him, and the Knicks are interested in him. And Miami is a long shot possibility, and and for some reason the Celtics. So got a lot of interest, that's for sure.
Well, he should. It depends on what his family, children, parents, wife. He's from Akron, Ohio. He once moved to Miami. They come back. That was pressure also from the wife. And it's going to depend on what his family situation is and what he wants to do after basketball or alongside of basketball while he's still playing. I don't think it's strictly a basketball decision anymore. The man's older. He's got plenty of money. He's a very smart guy. He speaks well. He can do anything. He can buy a team. He can invest in businesses. It's really, I don't think it's totally a basketball decision. I know the media wants to make it that. I don't agree that at this age and stage of his life it is. I think it's family, friends, continuity with all of that, and then what he wants to accomplish and do with his life after basketball. So that's my opinion. I think it's wide open. L.A. I think would be, if he goes to L.A., I think it's not so much basketball. I think it's maybe he wants to get into the entertainment business. He has a little bit of experience in that. He's shown an interest in that. So, but that's just one guy talking. Doesn't mean anything. Anything else you'd like to cover today?
Wednesday we'll talk about the U.S. Open golf tournament.
Okay. Dustin Johnson did a heck of a job over the weekend. He's quite an athlete.
Playing great.
He's quite an athlete. It's unbelievable.
Good.
Yeah, there are a lot of good guys out there right now. Of course, Tagger's in the background. He's shown some flashes, but the kids today are really tough, and he's been
too tough. Tiger can't put together 4 good days.
Yeah, the odds are long on that for sure. Well, Hank, we'll talk again on Wednesday. You have a good day, couple days, and good luck with all your picks.
Okay, Jim. Let's have a good week.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye-bye.